Okay, everyone, we're recording. Take two, because, let me take these off because you can't see my eyeballs. Take two. I did an earlier film, parts of which I might show you because it's absolutely ridiculous. I put the computer on my bed and I was jamming, and then the computer was bouncing and it was all just kind of crazy, and I thought for sure no one was going to get to see anything. So, everybody's waiting to see what Dre has to say. No, you're not really. I mean, 5 people watch this, nobody comments, and it's just really sad. Actually, I'm not sad. I do this for myself. But it's cool when people watch and they interact because I kind of get a bead on where things are. And my glasses chain broke. It broke, so I have to use the sporty chain. So, okay. My hair is wet. My hair is usually wet when I do a video because I get really, really great ideas in the shower. And then I get out of the shower and I want to make a video and I promptly forget everything I thought was a really great idea. This time I didn't forget the topic, but I did probably forget most of what I wanted to say. Just the same, we're going to talk about it. Okay, so most of you who know me, 4 out of the 5, know that I'm a prepper. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a real prepper. I don't have an underground bunker. I don't have a pantry full of freeze-dried food. But I do consider these things when I hear about something that might happen. So what is it lately that's going to happen? We're going to have martial law because, the presidency is in flare-up or whatever you want to call it. It's just, I can't say anything nice, so I'm not going to say anything at all. But that's happening. And there are a lot of rumors that at some point there's going to be this crazy new world order that tries to take over and there will be martial law. Of course, Putin's involved, revelations, man from the north, blue hat, gotcha. Okay, so also there's Nibiru, this crazy planet that's attached to a dwarf star that's supposedly orbiting our sun at the moment, and the planet is gargantuan, 10 times bigger than our sun. So how do we miss a planet like that, you say? I have no idea. Right in front of our eyes. Things are hiding right in front of our eyes. Okay, so there's that conspiracy, and then there's a conspiracy that aliens are going to come and save the world because we're going into a cataclysmic event, or we're going to kill our planet somehow, and they're here to save us, which that to me is it's probably the most unbelievable, but that's what I'm rooting for because, oh my God, outer space, please, outer space, yes. Not that I don't like my planet, it's just more adventure and stuff and things. Okay, so there's that conspiracy. And then there's also the conspiracy that there's a large asteroid heading for us. But if you're worried about that, I'm pretty sure we have the technology to just, nudge it away. We wouldn't have the technology to blow it up, nor would we want to, because then that makes tons and tons of little asteroids, and that's still not a good thing. But we do have the technology to just place a charge on the large celestial body and just kind of nudge it away from our, place in the solar system. So that's good. There's that conspiracy. Now, let me see what else is there. Well, just pretty much the takeover of the whole entire world by Russia and countries. Oh, there's the Luciferian reptilian conspiracy, which is there have been reptilians living underground this whole entire time, through many, many cataclysms, and they like to eat people. They eat people. That's why all these people disappear in the national parks, and no one ever looks for them because, they were lunch. Now that conspiracy is kind of frightening because, man, if reptilians take over, I know I'm tasty. Look at all this fat. That is flavor. Come on. I don't want to get eaten. Well, I'll probably pull some teeth out on the way if it happens. Okay, so I think I've covered pretty much every conspiracy that I know of at the moment. If I forget some, I'll just blurt them out randomly in the rest of this video. So the reason I'm talking about conspiracies is because I thought, we should be prepared for any event all the time, but especially now. So how do you do that? Well, here is a list of things that I think are important to have in case of apocalypse. off the top of my head. It's not a complete list, and by no means is it a list that you should pay attention to. It's just something I thought of in the shower. Okay, first, you must have water. Water is like the key thing. At least 3-day supply for everyone in your family. Now, the formulas for the 3-day supply are different, so just kind of go with what you know. You know how much your family drinks, but do take into consideration that there's probably not going to be any soda or any juice or anything that's sugar, like Kool-Aid or whatever, because that's an extra thing that you might have to carry or keep. And yeah, you just want to stick to the water. What we usually do is we have usually, because there's usually an apocalypse. What we do is we have 2 of those 5-gallon water jugs, and we keep those filled and change them out periodically, just, in case we ever have a situation where we need water, like not paying the water bill. Just kidding. We're going to pay it soon. Anyways. Okay, second thing, first aid kit. Do you have one? It's really important to have one. But not only is it important to have one, it's important to make sure that it is stocked for ever how many people you have in your family. Yes, you will need the space blankets. Yes, you will need the wrap in case you twist your ankle. Yes, you will need a multitude and a plethora of Band-Aids and Neosporin, because you just never know when somebody's gonna, scrape their leg open, and you don't want them to get septicemia like that girl in that one movie, where she had got a fever and they went on the boat and there was wolves and things. Yeah, you don't want that. So get some Neosporin for that. Maybe keep a stash of your medications, the medications you take, just in case you want to make sure you have 3 or 4 days of those as well. Okay, that for me is number 3. Medications, I take a lot. That's a big deal for me. 4, important documents. Now, you don't have to carry them around with you, but make sure you know where all of your documents are. Things like birth certificates, marriage certificates, Social Security stuff. Keep it all where you know it is. That doesn't mean give it to people, because, man, I'm hella untrusting. Don't give that shit to anybody. That's your shit. They ask for it, be like, I don't know, I ate it. Or something like that. I'm not asking you to pocket in weird places. Where did you go, Dre? I don't know. Okay, so papers. Papers are important. Where are we? Number 5. 5, we finally get to food. Oh my gosh, food. Now, for food, you don't want to store a lot of cans. They're heavy. Cans are heavy. Now, if you're in a place where you have like a prepper's place and like a pantry and you're underground, you store all the cans you want. You ain't going anywhere. But for people who might have to be on the move, you want a lot of dried food that only takes water to prepare. So dried pasta. We're not thinking about flavor here. We're thinking about sustenance for a long time. Even though you may only think 3 days, you don't really know. If it's and I don't want to say this, it's kind of scary. If it's an extinction level event, there isn't going to be any food. So you have to be prepared until you can get someplace, if there is any place, where there will be some food. Now, some of the people I know live in a great place where there's like fish and, crops. And just to let you know, people, if shit happens, I'm coming home. Okay, that was 5. 6. What are we thinking about? 6. We are thinking about durable clothing. So we want a pair of pants. We want a pair of shorts. We want underwear, at least 2 pairs. We want socks, at least 3 pairs. Socks are very, very important, because if your feet go bad, the whole rest of you goes bad. You got to keep your feet healthy. Don't let them get all gross and sweaty. Air them out. Air your socks out. If you're marching, whatever you're doing, don't have washing. Keep your feet bare, because you don't want bacteria, because, man, that stuff is disgusting. Not to mention having your feet messed up. It's the first way to take a lot of people out. No shoes, no walking. Walking shoes, that's a good thing. Have walking shoes, specifically walking shoes that cover your whole foot. And in some areas, everyone in their first aid kit needs to have a snake bite kit. Because you never know, like I said, you might have to go someplace where there's a lot of snakes. I don't know where we are. We on number 7? I can't believe I've thought of this many so far. Now, if you're a camper, you're pretty set for all this stuff I'm about to say. And pretty much everyone I know is a camper. I think there's one person I know who isn't a camper. But for anybody else that watches this and isn't someone I know, If you're a camper, you have pretty much all you need. A way to cook food, a way to store food, and a way to transport food. We also have sleeping gear, temporary housing, and tools, tools that could possibly be used as weapons. Things that you need to set up tents, a hatchet for cutting wood. Always have a screwdriver. You should always have a screwdriver or two. That's just my philosophy. You never know when you're going to need a screwdriver. I swear it comes in handy. So those are things that you need to. Oh, I forgot. I didn't finish with clothes. Underwear, socks, a sweater, a t-shirt, and if you're a woman, a bra. But honestly, I would just say fuck the bra because I would say forget the bra because who wants to wear that anyways? And it's the apocalypse. It's boobs. Deal with it. What else? Okay, I think we're on 8. What else would I need? Oh, you want to keep all of your favorite things. Hopefully they're small favorite things. Things like medallions, like rosaries, a special cross or special pendant you've got from someone, a little book. A lot of people want to take their little Bible. For me, it's my little prayer book from when I made my first communion. It means a lot to me. I didn't used to look at it very often. Well, I used to all the time, but in the last few years, things have been so hectic, I had filed it away. I just found it recently, so now I'm carrying it with me because it means a lot to me. That was a very happy time in my life, and I just want to remember it all the time, and plus it keeps God in my mind all the time. Like, I don't have to really need a book to keep God in my mind all the time. Like I said, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm completely frightened and anxious 99% of the time, and the other 1% of the time, I'm medicated. So yeah. And I do mean medicated. Okay, so where are we? 9. You want to have the ability to light your way. Flashlights, lanterns, but mostly flashlights because lanterns cast light in all directions. But you might want to be on the DL, so have some flashlights too. You don't want to walk around with a lantern in the forest where you don't know where people are. That thing that really bugs you that people do in horror movies? Don't do that. Have a flashlight and be prepared. Hopefully it's one of those, what do they call it? Those big metal flashlights. I have one. I can't think of the name right now. You know what they're called. They have like different sizes. They're big. They're really sturdy. Am I at 9? 9. I already said shoes. I said clothes. I said food. I said medicine. First aid kit. Water. I guess that's pretty much it. So don't forget your armor, your short sword, your long sword, and your bow and arrow. Even though Katniss might not be there, you know how to use those things, right? BB gun, airsoft rifle, shotgun, rifle, regular rifle, pretty much anything that will send something in the direction of people that might want to hurt you. I don't know. I'm trying to be funny, but really I just sound like I'm full of shit. Hold on.
Photos to identify family members is good.
Oh, that's a good one. My daughter just said you should carry photos of your family members to identify them because you don't know if you're going to get separated. And usually when things like that happen, they have boards where you put photos. And then, yeah, just keep like a little picture of your family members. I know that's like creepy to think about. Oh my God, we could have some kind of major disaster that calls for that. But maybe if everyone's prepared, we won't. Like, when you tell someone your nightmare so it doesn't come true. Not like it could ever come true. I mean, come on, King Kong and Donkey Kong. No, King Kong and Godzilla. That was mine. King Kong and Godzilla coming down the street at the same time. I don't think that can really happen unless I live in Hollywood or Universal Studios or wherever it is that they make those kind of movies. Okay, so I'm pretty much done. Thanks for putting up with all of my stuttering. I stutter a lot when I'm not okay. I'm okay, but I'm not, okay. I'm still in the midst of a nervous breakdown. Is this what it looks like when people are in a nervous breakdown and they're making a video where they're momentarily not completely depressed? Just kidding. I'm only a little depressed. I'm only a little anxious, a little All right. Enough said. Everybody have a great Monday. Don't let Monday scare you, because my shirt says Monday scare me, and I would show you, but I think people might think it was a gratuitous boob shot, and yeah, boobs. So, no boob shot. But other than that, bye.